Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott McKenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go.
All right, once again, welcome to Industrial Talk. Thank you very much for your continued support of this platform that celebrates industry professionals all around the world. You are bold, you are brave, you dare greatly, you innovate, you collaborate, you solve problems, you making the world a better place. That's why I'm pointing at you, industrial professional. And we are, as you can tell, buzz in the background, a lot of noise, food at my feet because it's lunchtime. We are at Accruent Insights in San Antonio, Texas, and it's just a collection of customers and providers of solutions and solving problems. It is absolutely collaborative. It is an exciting time. In the hot seat, we have Brooke Huling. Did I get that?
You did. Nailed it.
Nailed it. She's in the hot seat. Let's get cracking. You having a good conference?
It's been great, Scott.
Is it better than last year's?
It is better. I've been here more than a year now.
That's right. Because it's, I don't know, maybe the Gaylord was really big. Beautiful property, don't get me wrong. Beautiful property. But it just seems like this venue here, and there's a lot more chirping going on.
Yeah, much better vibe.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
And again, I'll say it again. I am so intrigued with how Accruent is really customer-centric. It means it. There's just this buzz that exists, and Accruent is just driving to that customer and listening to that customer, and it's got to be appreciated.
It is one of the best parts of what I get to do every day. I don't think people know all of the ins and outs of what a product leader does, but on any given day, I get to talk to my team about our customers, the amazing things they're doing, to our other executives and leaders. There's not a meeting or day that goes by where we don't have a customer conversation, which just makes it so much worthwhile.
Which is a great segue into who Brooke is and what is a CPO.
Great question. It depends on the day of the week, honestly.
Right now, here, now.
Yeah. So in any given day, Chief Product Officer, and I've been in product for over 20 years, different tech companies, ran software at Dell, have been at various startups, and it really is the best career path on the planet. I get to work with amazing customers in different industries, work with a great team. We are building strategy, we are talking to our clients, solving problems. In some cases, we have clients that are truly solving global problems, and our software supports that. So I can't think of a better place to be, and I love telling my kids what I do at night.
Cool, there it is. I'm ready to wrap it up. That's a well-articulated position. So how do you take the products that are currently offered? How do you keep them relevant and moving forward? What does that strategy look like? Yeah.
Well, with a portfolio the size of Accruent, there are a lot of products, and every product is in a slightly different place. We have products with a handful of very large customers, very complex use cases. Those products are the types of things that we have to be extremely strategic and careful, really listen to our customers, make sure we're building exactly what they want. On the flip side, I have other products, true SaaS, cloud-based, thousands of customers. And in that scenario, we have to really listen to the masses. We have to look at the technology, and we have to move very quickly. Those customers want something, and they want it yesterday. So there's a very different approach by product, by life cycle, and we take all of that to heart. We don't have a one-size-fits-all approach. We really do look at our customer base, the product itself, and we figure out the direction.
But you listen to the customer, and the customer is driving really the innovation that is taking place and the focus. And it's in my notes over to my left. What is North Star?
Well, it's a secret.
It's in my notes.
Yes, it is.
That was given to me.
So North Star is a common, I'll say, phrase for those of us who are building strategy. We create a North Star, a vision, a rally cry for our teams. Internally, North Star is really important to us because I can talk to anyone across the entire company or any of our customers, and I can say, look, this is where we are today, this is where we want to be in the next 3 to 5 years. We want to be the industry experts in this space. We want to move our products forward. We want to embed AI. We want to do all of these cool things. None of that happens in a year, right? That's a multi-year journey.
Yeah.
So our North Star is to take this amazing group of products that we have, this, 14 plus products in the portfolio, and start to move them all forward. As I mentioned, they all have their own unique journey, but the North Star is really all about following a unified approach. So they all need access to data. They all need more modern APIs, which I talked about yesterday in our keynote. They all need a common type of reporting and business intelligence. And we have a lot of customers with multiple Accruent products, which is amazing. They would love to have a common experience across those products. So our North Star represents that journey over the next couple of years, starting with all of the cool stuff we have planned for 2025.
And what are the cool stuff you have for 2025?
Well, I'm so glad you asked.
Well, thank you very much.
I mentioned APIs, and look, it's no secret in this day and age, these large B2B enterprise products need connectivity. Our connected ecosystem is what makes us special. So being able to take any of these applications, really dig deep, add the APIs that our customers need, and then make it super simple for them to integrate with other things. So next year we're looking at an integration hub that will allow products to come together with more of a formula-based integration. In other words, it's so easy my mom could do it, which is what most people are craving. We're also looking at data as a service. We have a lot of customers who already have their own BI tools. They don't want another tool. They want the data coming out of the product in an easy way. So we're looking at moving things to Snowflake, giving them data as a service, all sorts of cool stuff.
Snowflake? That's something new. I haven't heard Snowflake.
Well,
what's Snowflake?
It is a fantastic data repository. So while we're moving all of our products to Microsoft Azure, we are now also streaming all of our data into Snowflake so that we can build these kinds of integrations and tools on top.
Is that like a data lake?
It is.
Is it?
I'll leave it at that, yes.
Well, I'm sure I just dumbed it down dramatically. I mean, I understand it, but it's because of my brain, I have to sort of compartmentalize it. So with the APIs, what are the challenges with the APIs today versus what they're doing? You spoke on it tomorrow. I mean,
today, the big challenges today are that we have a lot of different types of APIs across all of the applications, and we also have a lot of really unique customers. So TMS, healthcare customers, they need integrations, but they need integrations to healthcare software. So even though they're using our CMMS platform, they need to integrate in a unique way with their healthcare products. On the same token, I have Maintenance Connection, great product, also a CMMS, not for healthcare, for different industries. They have integrations with ERP and other types of accounting software. So they all need that extreme connectivity, even across our own products. We need that level of connectivity. And today, because the products all came from different places, they have a different API stack sitting behind them. So having a common API framework, putting a common management tool on top of that, and then, like I said, having all of the data accessible through a common data lake allows our customers to really extend these applications out beyond the boundaries of what they do today.
Where is Accruent now in their efforts to have a connected solution? So you have the 14, 13, 14, whatever plus solutions that are out there. Not all are going to connect, but eventually they're all going to be in some way connected, and of course would imagine through some pretty sophisticated APIs. But where do you stand today on that?
Well, connectivity was a big theme for 2024, and there's more coming next year. We have spent a lot of time integrating Service Channel, Lucernix, Observe, Red-Eye to Maintenance Connection. The list goes on. I mean, it's more than I could possibly list on stage yesterday, and that's why there's so many roadmap sessions over the last 24 hours. Next year is more of the same. So Red-Eye will be integrated further across the Accruent portfolio. It's an amazing product, great acquisition this last year. We're really excited about it. We've got a lot of really interesting use cases that we're seeing pop up in the industry for that application. And then as I think about connecting across more of the applications, we have Accruent Space Intelligence, brand new product that just came out in July. That product is already integrated with 3 Accruent products because that's what we saw as necessary to be successful out of the gate, and that's just going to continue to be enriched over this next year. So while 2024 had a lot of connectivity, 25 is taking it tenfold. It is. Not only with our own products, but partner products. We have some amazing partners out there with great applications. I was talking to the ACAD guys a little while ago.
Yes, I bumped into them, yeah.
Yeah, so it's such a unique space. And when we talk about, I'm sure Richard mentioned unifying the built environment and how critical that is to us, that is our future. Walking in and knowing that every sensor in this building is communicating with software that is making my experience different but better than your experience, different and better than the 5 people sitting behind you at the Genie's Bar. That's the future, where all of that connectivity, all of those sensors, the data, the IoT, that's what's going to make the world go round, and we're really excited to be at the middle of that.
You are, without a doubt. Every conversation that I've had has been just specifically around that, outside of the collaborative with the conversations you're having with your customers, which is pretty doggone cool, quite frankly. When you look at AI, because everybody's talking AI, nobody's living under a rock here. Mm-hmm. When you look at AI, is that going to be touching pretty much all of your products?
All of them, and then some, and it already is in some way, shape, or form. I am also an AI nerd now on the weekends. Built my own GPT for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Did you really?
I did. It's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Click the little plus sign in the top left corner, and you can build your own too. It took about an hour. It is amazing how far we've come in such a short period of time. I think Ethan Mollick said it best a few months ago. He was like, this is like the electrical revolution from 100 years ago. This is our generation's chance to participate in something that's the biggest thing of our lifetime. So I took it to heart. I'm teaching my kids how to use it too, even though school is not so sure yet about how they want to embrace it. And we're doing the same thing in the products.
There is definitely some challenges associated with the moral implications of AI. And the information that is being presented to you. There might be some false positives. There might be some question. Yeah, it's like, well, that doesn't sound about right. So you have to really be careful. But I think as time goes on, and I think people, as you continue to hone in on it, it becomes a little bit better and better.
Yeah, I agree. We're taking it really seriously too. So, when there's something new like that comes out, there's a lot of pressure. When are you guys going to put AI in the product?
Yeah.
And it's hard not to get sucked into that. We absolutely want to, but it's going to be for the right use cases with the right level of security. And so we've been mapping out, I'll give you my favorite example over this last year. In Accruent Observe, we built anomaly detection. And there's a couple of different use cases for this, but high level example, you can detect anomalies in refrigeration. So think of Starbucks, Walmart, right? They have all these refrigeration coolers. This world as a whole is losing millions of tons of Freon into the environment every year from refrigeration leaks, HVAC leaks, wherever those types of chemicals and other things are used in all sorts of types of manufacturing, cooling, refrigeration, etc. Well, with our software and sensors, you can now predict a leak before the leak. You can see that something's not quite right. You can find a leak when it's tiny before we've now let all of that out into the environment. That's a big deal. So that's all AI-based, those types of anomaly detection.
Not to mention the spoilage that you avoid.
Absolutely.
Because that's costly.
It is.
As well.
It is.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I like those use cases, and I'm glad it's in operations. Because there's a lot of people that are hanging their shingles out and saying, yeah, we do AI, and you just got to sort of look for the right people, the right company, the right Sherpas to be able to help you along on that journey, most definitely. So 2025 is going to be busy. Tell me about your sustainability.
Yeah, well, that example I just gave you is a good one. But I'll give you one other of my favorite. I just went on a recent site visit to a customer in Houston. They are a large oil and gas company, but I learned while I was there that they are also responsible for one of the world's largest carbon recapture plants. It is currently being built out in beautiful West Texas.
No kidding.
It is, I would say, based on their pictures, larger than the Tesla factory that's in Central Texas. And I was blown away at what they are doing. I mean, they are recapturing with these massive, I mean, they look like they're the size of the nuclear power plant stacks.
Yeah.
Giant fans sucking air in, recapturing carbon from the air, putting it in with a crystal compound, and then turning that into a powder that they can put into a well and take all of the carbon out of now our environment. So that is just one of many cool things that I get to hear, and our product is helping them to become more sustainable, helping them to make the world a better place, literally. And in that case, they're using our engineering document management solution to build out that plant, everything it does, having all of the drawings, the three-dimensional specs, all of that in one place, and now we're contributing to the sustainability for the next generation. So really cool examples.
Are they using the captured carbon as an enhanced oil recovery or empty wells? What are they using that for?
I don't know about the wells, but they are using the process to offset their carbon emissions through the rest of their process. So they're doing this to offset that, but they've also they've done some really cool stuff by turning it into an economy. I mean, they have Microsoft now coming and buying carbon credits from them as they get this up and running, and their vision is that this is the first of thousands of these plants that they are going to go and build across the world.
See, the demand for power is going through the roof. You got Gen AI and the processing of that information is just going through the roof.
It is.
It's way above my pay grade. How am I supposed to do that there, Brooke?
That's why we're moving everything to Azure. Same.
There it is.
Yeah.
Azure, geez. How do people get a hold of you? They're saying, I like what she's saying. I want to get a hold of her. I want to know more.
Yeah. Find me on LinkedIn, Brooke Huling. Happy to chat.
There it is. Simple. All right, listeners, we're going to have all the contact information for Brooke out on Industrial Talk. Remember, we're broadcasting from Accruent Insights. It's a wonderful event here in San Antonio, and it is a collection of problem solvers, and I say it all the time, educate, collaborate, and innovate. That's what they're doing here at this event, so put that on your calendar. We're going to wrap it up on the other side. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
So I'm at Accruent Insights, as you can tell, because we just had an interview from Accruent Insights. We were interviewing Brooke. Of course, you know all of that. But it was interesting because of all of the incredible products and services and solutions that Accruent has. Brooke handling that, creating that North Star, moving those solutions in a sort of common direction, because each one has their own journey. As she said, it was fascinating because they have some really spectacular solutions. And of course, it's way above my pay grade, be able to sort of wrangle all of those, like cats, herding cats, man. She's doing a fantastic job, as well as Team Accruent is doing a wonderful job. Accruent Insights 2025, well, you need to put that on your calendar. They are spectacular. Industrial Talk is here for you. You have a podcast, you want to tell your story, you have technology, you put it out on Industrial Talk. It's easy peasy. Just contact me. Go out to industrialtalk.com, reach out to me, and let's have a conversation. Be bold, be brave, dare greatly. Hang out with Brooke, change the world.